Welcome, Yasas Yasu, and hello from Amigos of Pafos FC. I'm your host, Amigo Darren, and today we are looking at last night's game between the mighty Juventus versus Pafos FC in the Champions League at the Alliance Stadium in Turin, Italy. And now then, let's have a good look at this game because we went to Italy. And a lot of the Italian fans were not as Scooby-Doo of who Pafos were, where they were from, nothing. They didn't know anything about us. And from what I've been reading and watching, they were expecting to bang a load of goals in, absolutely annihilate us. What a shock. What a turn up for the books last night was. If you don't know the result by now, you should. Although we lost 2-0, it was an entertaining game for Pafos, without a shadow of a doubt. And they didn't do themselves any issues. They didn't let themselves down. It was an awesome game. But wait, I hear you say, wait. Let's not talk too much about it. Let's have a look. I haven't got any video footage per se. In fact, I have got a little bit of what I shot off the TV in the bar. So you'll have to forgive my camera work because it was all in the middle of Chios and Uzone. So what can I say? What can I say? But I tell you what, they know where Pafos is now the following morning. It literally was a game of two halves. Without a shadow of a doubt, peeps. Obviously, it took place at the Allianz Stadium. What a stadium it is, man. It was absolutely amazing when it was full last night. And what an experience that must have been for the Pafos team to play there. That must have been absolutely amazing for them. However, Pafos FC, first half, we had a plethora of chances, loads of chances, where we should have gone in at half-time, 2-0 up. We should have been 2-0 up. We played the same game as we normally do in Champions League, where we defend, and then we try and hit them on the break. But we had some good spells of pressure on them. And we were just so unlucky not to score. Unbelievable. In the first half, just to name a few names, Dragomir, a corner, crossed over to him, hits it on the volley from the edge of the box, and a great save by the Juventus keeper kept it 0-0. I've got a little bit of a footage actually that I did take off the TV. I'll show you it later. I mean, Anderson, our striker, he was unlucky not to score. Absolutely fizzed a shot, a right little grass cutter across and hit the post, and it bounced away. I couldn't believe it. I was out of my seat, ready to jump up and celebrate. And oh my days, it just bounced away and off harmlessly away from the goal. And like, I'm thinking, oh, when you're watching the game, you're thinking, we're playing well, but it's just not going our way. It's not going our way. And I think Juventus, their striker, I think he was David, I think his surname was. It's almost like them with us, me with Juventus with the players. I haven't got a clue now. But he missed a sitter right in front of goal. And it was at that point, a couple of minutes, about 47 minutes, first half, that I thought, do you know what? If we could scrape a draw, that'd be amazing. But was not to be. It was not to be. And yes, it was literally a game of two halves because Juventus came out guns blazing in the second half, and it was a totally different match. And we got undone around about the 67th minute or something like that. But credit where credit's due, Pafos can hold their heads up high. I was quite pleased with the performance that we put in. In fact, I was very pleased. I wasn't quite pleased. I was very pleased. And you know what? I was thinking to myself, there's no shame in being beaten by Juventus 2-0 at Juventus. None whatsoever. Especially as, like, I'd say probably 75 to 80% of their fans didn't even know who we were. Never even heard of us. You know? I was listening to one fellow this morning who was talking about Juventus. He does a podcast over in Italy, and he didn't know who Pafos were, didn't know where they were from. It was only when the commentator said to him when he was watching the match that a team for Cypriot First Division that he realised, oh, they're from Cyprus. So there you go, ladies and gents. We had a right good time last night, and like, credit where credit's due. David Luiz put in a great performance last night. I know he was getting tired towards the end of the game. You could see it. He was blowing a little bit, but what a player, man. I know people like slate him saying he's 38 years old, but he's playing in the top professional place of Champions League, and he's doing the stuff, man. He's doing the business. He is absolutely turning into a Pafos legend. Him, Goldar, Lucasen, they're rocks. And we were undone, man, by a swift little turn of the Juventus striker. And he blasted it straight into the top right-hand corner of the goal from like 10 foot away. So what can we say? But there were those three at the back. Great players. It had a good game. Dragomir had a good game. Anderson had a good game. Oh, what can I say? It's just, we were just unlucky. We were unlucky not to get a result there. And I'm proud that Pafos FC played like they did. We didn't let our heads drop, even at 2-0. Didn't let our heads drop. Kept battling. And that's what it's all about. And look at this is how unlucky we were. Look at this little video I took in the bar, off the TV, obviously. So it's my own film before anybody starts moaning, i.e. UEFA. We took it, and have a look at this. Now, that's Felipe. Puts the cross in, ricochet. What a reaction save by that goalkeeper. And it's things like that Orsic says it all, can't believe it. Things like that kept him in the game, because I reckon if we'd have gone 1-0 up in that first half, or even 2-0, we could have been 2-0, 3-0 up. And if that would have happened, that would have been a different kettle of fish last night, completely, because the crowd would have turned on them. They were booing them off when they went off the first half because they hadn't put 4 or 5 goals past Pafos. So I'm pleased that the boys did us proud. And to say that we played well was an understatement, absolute understatement. It was absolutely brilliant stuff. And I was gutted. It was 5 minutes of magic that we were undone by. Absolutely. 5 minutes of magic. And Uwe pulled it out of the bag, so to speak. They came out blazing in the second half, I must admit. They were pressurising us everywhere on the pitch. When they scored the first goal, and Pafos started pressing to try and get an equaliser, and I was thinking, you know what, the boys, they're doing okay. We could nick an equaliser here, and then lo and behold, Uwe hit on the break and got the second goal. I'm like, oh, you are kidding me. But that's football, peeps, isn't it? That's football. Just as we were pushing, they broke away and they get the second goal. And okay, result, Juventus 2, Pafos 0. But we can hold our heads high. Hold your heads high. And the Italian fans, I'm talking to you, the Italian fans, you know where Pafos is from now. And the only reason we've got Chelsea coming up in the next Champions League match, and the only reason they know us is because a lot of them come on holiday here. It's not through watching Pafos, whether it be on TV or in attendance. But hey, it should be good stuff, because unfortunately for us, we have to travel to Chelsea in that Champions League match, and they are needing wins against us and against Monaco, I think it is, they play. We could have done with them winning that last match just to take the pressure off them a little bit, so they won't come out guns blazing against Pafos, but they're going to do. Yeah, it's going to be tough for the boys in there. But anyway, that's another story, and one that we will talk about nearer the time or just after the match. Now then, what can I say? We have got, I think it is our next match. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I've got that. I forgot to say, I don't know whether the video's loaded up. Let's have a look at tables. You won't be able to see them because I don't think the video's working on this one. I'll check. Let me have a look. Oh, it is. There we go. So as you can see, Juventus were one place above us originally, and now they've jumped up to 17th position just on one win. Just on one win. Pafos, we dropped 2 places from 24 down to 26. So one win can make all the difference, without a shadow of doubt. If we can beat Slavia Prague in our last Champions League match, hey, we might be in with a sniff. We might be in with a sniff to go into the knockouts. Into the knockouts. Oh my God. Would you Adam and Eve it, as they say? Well, that would be a turn up for the books, wouldn't it? A turn up for the books, as they say. Next match for Pafos is Sunday the 14th at Paralimni. So we're away to Paralimni, Sunday the 14th of December. What else is there to say? Not a lot, really. I think it's going to be a serious case of working hard and maintaining our feet on the floor with everything that's been going on. Hey, if you've got any comments you want to make, or any recommendations, or anything that you want to ask, or anything that you'd like to see included on the podcast, let me know, and I'll see if I can work some magic to get it sorted in. In the meantime, though, you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We're on them. You can't get rid of us that much. And hopefully we will have a couple of the amigos coming out to play soon, because it's just been myself. Amigo Les has been ill in hospital, and Amigo Dave has been out of the country doing Dave's stuff. And so it's just been me at the matches at the moment, and people have been asking where are the other two. So you now know Amigo Les is on the mend. So he's hoping to venture back down to the ground pretty soon, I think. At least that's what we're hoping. That said and done. Next game is, like I said, against Paralimni. So let's hope that we can get that sorted. In the meantime, though, thanks for tuning in. I'm Amigo Darren, your host, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you on the 15th, more than likely, after the Paralimni game. But just remember, Pafos FC, it's not just a club, it's a way of life. Pafo! Let's go!